Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is DRL. We are back with some NBA 2K Mobile, and we are back with another episode of Worth the Hype, where we feature the top event players, build them out so you can get them ready for head-to-head or tourneys gameplay. So let's get into it. This week's event was the Fantasy Finals. It featured Amber Tim Duncan, Cosmic Jasper, Larry Bird, and the GOAT, Plasma Quartz, Michael Jordan. Pretty insane lineup. Definitely one of the best themes this year, and what a great way to wrap up the GOAT theme. So let's start claiming these players. Let's see exactly how we're going to build them out, and then afterwards we will be jumping into some Plasma Quartz tourneys for some gameplay. Here we are claiming Tim Duncan, Larry Bird. Got more collectibles, should help us craft that Shaquille O'Neal and Dwayne Wade so that we can hopefully finish that Magic Johnson set. And last but not least, Michael Jordan. I'm so hyped to use this card. Now in other news, the Chaos Diamond tourneys are officially inside the game. So this is going to be pretty crazy. And you can see the power is high. 157,000 to start the first one. It'll definitely be tougher matchups than a Plasma Quartz. So it should be exciting. All right, so we're going to compare MJ with the best shooting guards that released over the last month. Then we can get an idea how incredible this player is. And then I will recommend some legendary shoes that you can use for Michael Jordan as well. All right, so when comparing Jordan with the other shooting guards that released in June, so when looking at shoot off dribble, you want your shooting guard to have a 5 in that stat. That's one of the most important stats for the shooting guard. They have to be able to create their own opportunities off the dribble. So that's why you see most of them have a 5, for the exception of Jaden Sharp and Jalen Green. For layups and dunks, ideally, you want your shooting guard to be super athletic. So if you can get them to have at least a 4 in their stat, you're going to be driving to the rim a lot. It would be great if your player had a 5 in that stat. The players who have 5 in layups and dunks is T-Mac, Jaden Sharp, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Zach LaVine, Isaiah Ryder, and Jalen Green. For mid-range shooting, if your player does not have a good 3-point shot, they need to be able to hit at least the mid-range. So you want them to have a 5 in that stat. Most of the shooting guards have a 5, for the exception of Paul George and Jaden Sharp. And I'm confused because I think Paul George has a really good mid-range as well. Now for 3-point shot, that is an area opportunity for Jordan. He only has a 4. The players that have a 5 in that stat are T-Mac, Jamal Crawford, Paul George, Jaden Sharp, Kobe Bryant, James Harden, Zach LaVine, and Bradley Beal. Post scoring is a stat you don't really see high for your guards. So if they do have a 3/4, that's pretty good. MJ is one of the elite shooting guards when it comes to the post. His ability to do spin moves and fadeaways is incredible. The other players who have a 4 in the stat are T-Mac, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, James Harden. That's it. Now for agility, I really think your shooting guard should have a 5 in that stat. Between agility and playmaking, it determines the player's speed. So all the shooting guards have a 5 in their stat, for the exception of Jamal Crawford and Paul George. Now when we're looking at strength, the most common stat I see is a 3. Only a few players have a 4 in that stat, and that is T-Mac, Paul George, Dwayne Wade, and James Harden. Rebounding, the most common stat I see for that is a 3 as well. Only a few players have a 4 for rebounding for shooting guard position. That's T-Mac, James Harden. That's it. Jordan has a 3 in that category. For playmaking, you want your shooting guard to have at least a 4, and if they have a 5, that's incredible. Only a few players have a 5, and that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jamal Crawford, Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade, James Harden, Zach LaVine, and Bradley Beal. And last but not least, your shooting guard should have at least a 4 in defending. Not too many players have higher than that. The only 5s is Paul George, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade. That's it. So as you can see, Jordan is pretty elite, especially for some of the more rare categories. Now let's see what legendary shoes we could use for Jordan. All right, so the first set of shoes that I think will be incredible for MJ or the Curry 2s. The first stat is a +2 to mid-range, and the last stat is a +2 to 3-point shot. This will make him an inside-outside threat. And if you do get lucky, the second stat rolls out to be either defending, agility, or playmaking, which will be so valuable for Jordan as well. The next pair of shoes, and of course it makes sense, right? The Air Jordan 13s. This brings up 3-point shot by 2 as the first stat. The third stat is a +2 to defense, which will be both great for MJ. He is one of the top defending shooting guards. This will make him even more greater. And then if you get lucky, the second stat will be either +2 to mid-range, playmaking, or defending as well. Hopefully you don't get another row of defending because he already has a 5. And I hope that's something that gets fixed in season 6. Having shoes with the same attribute rolled twice kind of defeats the purpose of grinding. Next set of shoes will be the Converse Chuck Taylor highs. This also brings up 3-point shot by 2. And then the last stat can either be +2 to defense or +2 to playmaking, with the second stat being either post scoring, strength, or agility, which are all very good stats for MJ. Next set of shoes is the Air More Up Tempos. I like these shoes a lot as well. First stat is a +2 to agility, which will max that category out for MJ. And the last stat is a +2 to 3-point shot. The second stat could possibly be layups or dunks, strength, or rebounding, which will all help out. Next set of shoes will be the Air Jordan 35s. These also start with a +2 to 3-point shot, with the last stat being pretty random. It's either playmaking, defending, mid-range shooting, or shoot or dribble, which are all good stats anyway. All right, so we're throwing in Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan, and Larry Bird. We're gonna keep Magic Johnson in there, but we will throw in Nikola Jokic. All right, so for Michael Jordan, you see his stats. He's got a 5-inch shoot off dribble, layups and dunks, agility, playmaking, and defending. Really solid stats. So if we could boost up anything for Jordan, bringing up his 3-point shot and then just building on his best stats. Since he is my Gear Master player for the Bulls, I've been using him to grind out those shoes. They start off with a +2 to playmaking, which will be incredible for MJ. But for this video, instead, I'm going to use the Shaq Attack 4s. These are really good rare shoes, and I think a lot of people have them. This maxes out his layups and dunks and brings up his 3-point shot up to a 5. Larry Bird has a 5-inch shoot-off dribble, mid-range shooting, 3-point shot, post-scoring, rebounding, playmaking, and defending. Another elite player. I am going to max out his rebounding with these legendary shoes I have for the Boston Celtics, and we're also going to max out his shoot-off dribble. For Tim Duncan, I'm also going to use the Shaq Attack 4s, brings up layups and dunks up to a 6, and we're able to bring up his playmaking up to a 4. All right, so now that we built out the squad, let's take him into some tourneys gameplay. Jokic finds MJ, corner trade special, he got it. Jalen Green cannot guard Jordan. He gets open, splash. We're gonna hit Larry right there, that's his spot. He's going right to the rim. Easy with the contact. They ain't stopping the legend. Fast break going. We're gonna find Larry Bird, straight flush. Go for that screen, we're going for it. We're gonna hit Jokic, that playmaking right there. Jacob pass too. We are pushing. Larry Bird is flying up the court. Beautiful behind the back pass to Jokic. Can we get some hype on that one? Woo! Magic's pacing. You know who he's hitting. Larry Bird right to the rim. I'm telling you, Bird is a beast. Definitely a great player to use a small forward you would love to start, especially if you didn't get LeBron on your squad. Right to the rim, MJ's getting that jam. Ain't nobody stopping that, man. You just became a poster. Magic finds Larry Bird, top of the key. He's gonna get crafty with it now. There he goes, little double cross. He's gonna hit him with a fadeaway. We setting that up. Oh, we're gonna get him with a post. Bang, got him. Fadeaway action. Friendly row, I will take it any day. All right, so there you have it. We used the GOAT, Michael Jordan, and Larry Bird. As expected, these players are worth the hype. And I hope that you guys are able to grind for them and add them to your squad. As always, I appreciate all the support y'all been showing on the videos. I will catch everyone on the next one. Peace out.